Good morning and a very warm welcome to this wonderful Friday. My name is Mala and I'm a student of the Brahmakumari's World Spiritual University, and the topic is the power of unshakable decisions through the supreme connection. So every day, in every second, from the moment we wake up until we close our eyes at night, we are consciously deciding what to think, what to speak, how to react, who to forgive, what to eat, what to cook, and when to let go. And some of these are conscious, some of these are unconscious decisions. And we often believe that decision making is an intellectual skill. When we are on a crossroads, what do we decide? And oftentimes we turn to others, we turn to what is familiar, whether we like it or not. We just do it anyway because this is how I've always done something. So, and when we look at this and we really step back, do we ever think about the quality of the decision more than the impact? Oftentimes, when we make the decision, we know the impact. Either we are hurting somebody or we are going up the wrong path because we've always done it that way. And we are causing sorrow to the self. So we don't actually really sometimes think about that. So the best way is to check the quality of that decision making. And that quality of a decision depends on not how much we know, what's the input factors, knowledge, other people weighing into that decision, but rather on where we are standing when we make the decision. What is my position? Where am I seated? So when you see pictures of judges making decisions, where are they seated physically? They are seated on a seat which is above slightly, where they can have a bird's eye view of the proceedings in a courtroom. So they are detached from all the goings on, and that allows them to make a decision. So when we make decisions from the position, the lower position of what we call conscious of just the body, I am the body, I am the role, then the quality of decision making, the quality of thoughts which go on to make decisions is filled with I want, I need, what is my position in this midst of these other bodies? So fear, ego, anger, attachment. So even a so-called correct decision will carry this flavor, this heaviness of what we call conscious of the body consciousness. It may solve the outer problem, whatever it be, and we may be happy, oh, I've sorted something, or I've made the right decision. But it creates an inner disturbance. Is that really the right decision for me? For me, the soul. And that little voice of conscience comes in at that time to question. But when we make decisions from that position of soul consciousness, connected to the Supreme, something remarkable happens. Clarity without conflict, courage without arrogance, And the decision itself, whatever the consequence, feels light, feels clean, feels complete. And a little story to illustrate. There was a boatman who ferried people across the river. And one evening there was a storm. But a traveler approached the boatman and said, I have really urgent business and I have to go to the other side. Now the boatman was tempted for the fare, but on the other hand, he looked up at the sky and the storm, which was brewing, and he felt torn. Which way should I go? If I don't go, I will lose the fare, and if I do, I risk drowning. And his hands were shaking and he was getting very, very, very disturbed. Finally, he did something really simple. Just stopped, closed his eyes for a moment, and remembered the One, the Supreme, and asked God at that time, show me, God, what is right. He just let go at that time, and in that very instant, the mind went quiet. And clearly, the decision came, no struggle. And his response was, not tonight. Tomorrow, at first light, I will take you myself. And if you don't want to pay me, then that's fine. I'll take you free of charge. The traveler was highly disappointed. He was very angry and he shouted at the boatman, but reluctantly agreed. No choice. And that night, that storm turned into a very fierce one. And all the boats, which were less sturdier than the boatman's boat and even more sturdier, they were all overturned and destroyed. Now, when the calm returned in the morning, the boatman kept his word and he told the traveler, now is the time. Come with me if you want. And later, someone who was observing this said, how did you do this? How did you know? And the boatman said, I didn't know. I just stopped deciding from my fear and I let myself be guided by the One. That decision was never mine to carry. It was the Supreme's. Thank you.